everyone, welcome back to With Sekhya. So I did something kind of crazy a few years ago. After a 13-year break from formal education, yeah, you heard that right, 13 years, I went back to school. And let me tell you, it wasn't just about hitting the books again. It was a total journey of self-discovery. I learned a lot about the subjects for sure, but I learned way more about myself. And that's what I want to talk about today. Okay, so picture this. I'm back in a classroom surrounded by people who are, let's just say, a little younger than me. I felt like a total newbie. The biggest shock? I had absolutely no clue how to study anymore. It was like my brain had forgotten everything it learned back in the day. I remember sitting there with my textbook open, staring at the page and just blank. It was terrifying. So step one was rediscovering how to actually learn. I started experimenting with different study strategies, flashcards, mind maps, the whole shebang. But what I quickly realized was that what worked 1 month didn't necessarily work the next. Life kept throwing curveballs. 1 month I had tons of time to dedicate to studying. The next month I was swamped with work or family commitments. My circumstances changed every few months, and I had to constantly adapt my study methods. It was a constant evolution. Talk about a learning curve. I even started a little study journal to track what was working and what wasn't. It was surprisingly helpful. One of the biggest lessons I learned, the importance of breaks. Seriously, I used to think I could just power through hours of studying. Wrong. I was burning out so fast. I discovered that short, frequent breaks were essential. A quick walk with my dog, a cup of tea, just stepping away from the books for a few minutes. It made a world of difference. I started noticing that when I came back from a break, I was actually more focused. My brain felt refreshed. I even started trying different types of breaks. Sometimes I'd listen to music, other times I'd do some quick stretches. It was all about finding what worked best for me in that moment. And then something even more profound happened. It stopped being about how many hours I studied, and it became about how many hours I could actually focus. Quality over quantity, people. I started tracking my focus time, and that's when things really clicked. I became way more efficient, and I actually retained more information. I realized that 2 hours of focused study was way more effective than 4 hours of distracted study. But the biggest aha moment came during exams. This is my most recent self-discovery. I realized that it's so important to stick to your strengths. Sometimes you have to force yourself to stop at what you really know. Don't take chances with stuff you're not sure about. Guessing can actually do more harm than good. I remember one exam where I spent way too much time trying to figure out a question I wasn't confident about, and it ended up costing me time on questions I did know. It's better to be confident in the answers you do know and maximize your score that way. And you know what else I learned? The importance of rewarding myself. But not just for the results, because those aren't always in my control. I started rewarding myself for the process of studying. If I knew I put in the effort, if I knew I gave it my best shot, I'd treat myself to something right then and there. A little snack, a new book, whatever. It helped me stay motivated and appreciate the work I was putting in, regardless of how the exams actually went. It was all about focusing on what I could control. And by the way, if you're finding this video helpful, I'd really appreciate If you could support the channel, you can use the thanks feature below to send a little tip or consider joining my membership program for exclusive content, early access to videos 24 hours before they go to public, and a shout out in my upcoming video. It really helps me keep creating content like this. So yeah, going back to school after 13 years was a roller coaster. It was challenging, frustrating at times, but ultimately it was incredibly rewarding. It wasn't just about learning the course material. It was about learning about myself. I discovered how I learned best, the importance of breaks, the power of focusing on my strengths, and the value of rewarding the effort, not just the outcome. I think studying or any form of learning really isn't just about the subject matter. It's about learning about you. So, what about you? What have you learned about yourselves through studying or learning new things? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.